All right, guys, welcome back. This should be a video everybody wants to see. This is the season 2 technician build. I think this is going to be one of the best builds in the game still. I do think magician and sculptor are two very good builds. Um, Definitely builds you can use, and then I think greenskeeper and powerhouse are still basically useless after these updates. But stick around. I'll go through my build. I think it's an extremely good build. I play TGC Tours Platinum with this build without any issue. I am going to make one change, but as you can see, I ran out of VC as I was leveling up all my clubs to make this video. I wanted to make a fully maxed out club set for this video, but I'll explain exactly what I'm going to do, and hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you want to see any more changes to my build as we go. I will be testing things after the patch, as far as the shot types go and stuff like that. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. Let me get rid of my dumb face off the channel here. Stand by, everybody, and poof, I am gone. Just like your father when he went to go get milk. All right, enough jokes. This has been my AP tree for, I don't know, at least a month at this point. I messed around with a lot of things, and then I ended up the big change from the last video you saw was the transition, where I think I was somewhere in like the 74 and 74 range. We picked transition up to 80, and then I actually respec'd when I heard the news that transition was getting a really big nerf in this patch, in this season 2 patch. So we bumped the transition to 88, which should help with those partials. If you're playing on lower difficulties, you may not have to do this, but on the higher levels, I think having a really high transition is definitely going to be way more helpful this season. The only other thing I want to do to this build currently is respec this and get my power up to a 67, which 65 rather, because with the club fittings I can get it up to like a 90 or something like that. I don't know the exact number. We'll be able to see it when we go into the fittings, but that's the only thing I want to do. I want to probably max this power out on my technician in this area, and then we'll go from there. But this is it. Take a snapshot, whatever. And we'll go through the skill tree as well really quickly. If you want to see a full skill tree, you can go back. Just filter my videos by most popular, and both my build videos are right at the top of that. So this is what I'm currently running. I do think in the new season, again, when I get another 500 VC, I think I'm probably going to swap Stinger for the choked T shot. And the reason for that is because they did not shrink the points on the choked shots. So whatever we had for points before, they're going to be the same size. So that could be a massive factor. Again, another massive factor here is going to be your choked approach. The only thing is I'm going to have to respec and get both these points because I didn't use choked approach before. I'm going to have to now because those points are a little bit bigger than the regular approach shot. So I'm going to rework those. If you want to see the video after the rework, let me know. It's not going to be a big change because all I really have to do is add, 16 points worth into this somehow, which should be pretty simple. But we'll breeze through this thing real quick. You can just see what I have on there. And you can take any screenshots at any time by pausing the video. We got the long flop this season. Obviously, I haven't tested it yet. When I get a full test on, I'll let you guys know how I feel about it. I don't think we need another flop in the game. I'm going to be honest, guys. I think 3 flops is too many. But that's my opinion and my opinion only. So I know a lot of people love the flops, so it is what it is. We'll just deal with it, So back to the golf bag, what everybody's here for, I'm sure. We have fully maxed our golf bag, and they pulled a fast one on us. 2K kind of pulled a fast one on us. They made a few changes. So first off, with the double upgrade, we thought we were going to be able to stack like our power to plus 30. You can see in the orange box there, it says plus 24 power. We were wrong. So they changed the way the fittings stack. if you're using the same fitting, they stack a little bit differently. It comes out to plus 24 instead of the plus 20 we previously had. The thing is, I don't hate the change. I don't hate the change. I just feel disappointed that it kind of got tossed in there without being talked about, because that was the one thing we were all looking forward to. But it is what it is. I think long term it's a good change for the game. So driver, we got our power up plus 24, which brings our total to, we had a 62 on the other screen, right? So it brings us up to an 86 power. That was why I wanted to respec my power. If I can get the extra 5 power that I don't have on it now, gets me to 91 power. And I think I can get this driver up to like 295 if I do that, which is plenty, more than plenty. Like, I already have enough power on this build, but I think just a little bit more will help me even more. So 3 wood, same thing, right? 6 power fittings. We want the distance on our super long clubs. Gets it up to 260. I believe that was like a 255 club before the patch. So we get a little extra power out of it, an extra 5 yards. The big changes will come with the irons. So yes, I'm still using yes, I'm still using 2K irons, okay? You can go ahead and make fun of me in the comments. That's fine. Go ahead, let me have it. We used to run 3 power fittings, 3 contact fittings, 2 contact fittings rather. 3 power, 2 contact. And we had 1 extra yard of power on our irons. So this 234 was 235. It's now 234. You know, 214, 213. You get the point, right? We were a yard longer on all these clubs. But they changed the stacking, right? So I get plus 6 power for that first power fitting. I get plus 5 power for that second power fitting, which gives us plus 11. Which I think is good enough. With the smaller contact points, I think we really want to get those contact points as high as we can. So we add the extra contact fit and we get 16 contact points in there, which brings our total to 96 overall for our contact. And our swing path is 95. So on our irons, we have 96 contact, 95 swing path, which is all you need. It's more than you need, really. But that's going to maximize the points that you have to hit. It's going to help you hit a lot more shots, especially after they shrunk the points on us. I think this is a change you're probably going to want to make here. So I would suggest having your contact and your swing path, regardless of your build, to at least 90. Moving on to the wedges. We get a little bit more creative, I guess would be the word here. We put 1 power fitting on. As you can see, it moved our distance up just a little bit. We don't really need the distance with the wedges. The wedges are more, you know, they're more for finesse shots, right? We don't need the distance. We just want the full-on finesse. So we put 1 power fitting there. We got 2 contact fittings, which brings us to 96 contact. And then we use, what the hell is this thing? I don't even know. Okay, we used the transition. Okay, I remember now. I did this last night so late I was ready to go to bed. All right, we did transition just because I'm going to be hitting more partial shots with these wedges, and I think the transition is going to be a huge factor. So that's how we ended up there. So it's 3 contact, 1 transition, 1 power. So I misspoke there a minute ago. I apologize for that. But 3 contact, 1 transition, 1 power. That gets the transition up into the mid-90s. That should really, really help with the partial shots, especially your chip shots, your pitch shots, your spinner shots, which are way harder to hit now, guys. They're way harder to hit now. So I think I'm going to be doing a little bit more testing, but I think this is going to be a really, really good way to play your irons, or your wedges, rather. And then same with this wedge. We have this 62-degree 2K wedge. but I set it up the exact same way. We had 6 transition, 6 power, and 16 contact. Putter, nothing has changed except we upgraded it. Right now we have, instead of 8 extra contact and path, we have 11 extra contact and path. So that's that. Nothing fancy there. I don't do anything with the golf ball. So if you want to know how to upgrade a golf ball, go find somebody else. That's all I can say. Go find somebody else. All right, we'll go back one last time. We'll check that AP trio for you guys, and then we'll get you out of here. Quick and to the point. So there it is. One last time. I'm gonna be running a lot of this just to see, but like I said, I'm gonna be adding 5 power to this build, and that will bring my contact points when I'm finished to 91 on my irons and 91 on my wedges. So that'll be my final build. We'll be in the 90s for contact, swing path, and have max power on this technician. So enough rambling. Thank you guys for watching.